Hey guys, it's IlonkaSims here, and I am back with another speed build. It's been a while since I've done a normal speed build. That wasn't Overwatch or Christmas, I think. But yeah, we got Toddlers, so I figured, why not build a daycare? Probably not the most original idea that there is, but I wanted to just give it a try, and it's something a bit different from building, well, a house, I suppose. So you can see me here playing around with shapes and just putting boxes together, basically, which kind of worked out and kind of didn't. I'm not sure about the outside of this build. I'm completely honest with you guys always. I'm not sure about the outside of this build. The inside looks great, the outside looks okay, I suppose. You can see me here trying some fun things with the roof. It didn't work out. So, I don't know. The outside's okay, but it's not great. I was trying to make kind of a rainbow, but it didn't work. I tried doing it by moving the roof, but I mean, it kind of worked, but at the same time I didn't like it that much, so I ended up going with my original idea, which is just boxes, and they're all kind of a different color or pattern. So if this main box will be a blue one, you see me here making kind of let's say kind of like it's mountains on the building somehow. I will move them to the other side, but those will stay, which is kind of fun. We have a tiny yellow box because fun colors and stuff. Yeah, as I said, this one is, the window one is blue, and the front of it will have like a big, I guess artsy kind of thing. It's fun. Just fun. And then, you know, I'm just messing around with colors, putting in the really ridiculous, shiny, I think almost glowing flooring from the, I think they came at Spa Day stuff back. I'm not entirely sure, but I think so. But it's fun and it works. So you can see it at nighttime. It kind of shines a bit more than I would have wanted, but it will do. At this point, I think, did I change the wall height already? I think so. Initially, I wanted to go with a really tall wall height, so maybe I could put some like outside plate things inside, but I wasn't really feeling it, so I changed it back to like a more reasonable wall height, I suppose. Then we have this, I guess the mountain range, which I put in these windows, which look kind of strange, but at the same time I like it because it adds some detail and it gives us some light to play with without it being normal windows, I suppose. You can see me putting in a lot of windows right now, actually. I will delete some of them because I wanted to do fun things with the walls, but yeah, I don't know. There's some areas in this build that are different. The mountain range area upstairs doesn't have any windows, which is strange, to say the least, I suppose. Very strange. But it will be kind of a napping area for the toddlers, which works. It's kind of strange to not have any windows, but it worked. So you'll see it in a little while because it's the first thing I do inside. And I'm actually really happy with how it turned out. But yeah, you'll see it in a little while. But as I said, the front here is kind of an artsy kind of thing. It really made it feel more like a daycare center, I suppose. And I'm quite happy with it. I put a sign up because I suppose that, you know, says something about it being a daycare. Putting in some of the butterflies there as well because I figured we needed something in that corner still. And I think I start off with the outside because if there's one thing that's important for kids is that they play outside, probably. I know that's maybe not necessarily the way things go these days anymore, but I thought it was important for them to have an outside play area. So we have this area here, this kind of a sand pit with the pirate ship play thingy in there. We put the monkey bars on the other side. We put some simple toys in here. Which when I went in to take a screenshot, my sim actually tried to clean up some of them. She put them away, and I was like, oh, you weren't supposed to put them away. What are you doing? So I made her stop doing it, but there's a few less in the build, I suppose. We put in a basketball thingy because, why not, really? As I said, this is not just for toddlers, it's also for kids, so that's something they could do as well, I think. Hi, cat. There's a cat next to me. But yeah, the kids, I think, can play with the basketball. But basketball, I don't know how you guys pronounce this. I'm not a native English speaker, as you probably can tell. Sometimes I'm not sure how to pronounce things. But yeah, I think there was something else to add outside that they could do. I considered putting in like a tiny pool or something, but I figured that would be a bit much. So you have this area inside, it's kind of the entrance area, and it's very much a sky kind of thing. So you have these cloud lights, you have the wall decorations, and this gradient wallpaper that kind of makes me think of a sky or something. I don't know. But yeah, we're just putting in some things. I figured having kind of an entrance area would be good. I wasn't too sure what else to put in here except kind of a counter and a seat. But it works out in the end, I think. I just put in a lot more of the wall decorations. I've used so many in this build that I'm not sure if maybe I used too many. But I think it worked out in the end. It's okay. And using these shelves as just like extra clouds, I suppose, which is fun. Putting on a TV there, which I assume is kind of like a PC, but not really. And then using these wall lights to make some more fake clouds, sort of. They don't quite look like clouds, but they work, and they were lights which we needed downstairs because the light doesn't seem to want to travel from upstairs to downstairs. And then you see here this area without any windows. And this was already in my head the sleeping area, and I wanted it to be something kind of nighttime-ish. I wanted to go with one of the base game wallpapers that we got initially, but then I saw this one. Like the dark blue with the, I guess, the white and yellow dots or squares or whatever. And it really made me think of just a night sky with stars. So that's what I ended up using, I suppose. So you have this little area here which has 2 bunk beds. But not actual bunk beds because that's not a thing. But I guess they're like 2 bunk beds. Which we put in. I wanted to go with this variant in particular because it has the star and it has the blue. Again, just something that kind of fit. And again, using the shelves and the wall decorations as clouds, which I think is pretty cute. And a unicorn in there because why not, really. Messing around with some of the carpets, but I don't know, I really like this zigzag pattern for some reason. I just do. I have since we got it. I think it's from the Spooky Day pack. I think so. I'm not sure, but I think so. I don't know. I liked it, so I went with it, I suppose. And putting in some more beds over here. I wasn't sure what else to put in except for more beds because this is supposed to be just a napping area. Messing around with some more of these wall decorations, stickers, whatever they are, and putting in those, but I wasn't really feeling them in between the beds, so I moved them to the sides, but I also wasn't really feeling that because we had too much open space on the sides, like the walls, the shorter walls, I guess, on the side, they were just so empty, so you'll see me move them in a little bit. Probably here, yeah. So I moved those over there. Put one of these other storage thingies there next to it. Put in the rainbow color giraffe because why not? And then some big toys, because again, it needed to feel like a kid's room in more than just the beds. I considered messing around with some curtains, even though there were no windows, but nah, I wasn't feeling it. So just putting in some more toys and small things. I love the cat toy, the new cat toy. I'm very much a cat person, so I was like, oh, it's a cat. I think it's great. I will use it as a decoration in probably all my builds from now on. So there you go. I found you. And then I was just looking for some decorations to put here on the wall. Those were kind of nice, but I wasn't feeling it. I really like the planets though, so I put them over there with the, I guess, the house bookcases. And just looking and looking and looking, and I think I just go with this really big modern painting because it kind of fit the colors that we had going on there. Putting in some more seats because I figured they should have a seat or something. Some of the balloon lights and this light from the kids stuff back, which I end up changing in the end, but you'll see that in a little while. Putting in some columns to make the bunk beds look more like actual bunk beds instead of floating beds, I suppose. And then we start downstairs. This is just a bit of a kitchen area. I almost forgot, and then I realized, wait, we have to feed the kids as well. We should put in a kitchen. So, you know, again, kid stuff. So using a lot of the primary bold colors that I wouldn't necessarily use in other builds. A blue and red kitchen is interesting, to say the least. And definitely not what I would use in a normal house, but it worked for this. Pulling out these different chairs, the kids' chairs and the toddler chairs, and finding a table to match, kind of. I think I end up going with this from the Spa Day pack. I went in with the idea of not using too many stuff packs, but that kind of just went out of the window at some point. I was like, but it's so much more fun to be able to build with whatever we have. So that's kind of what I ended up doing. Messing around with some wall patterns here. I end up going with this, I guess, almost tile looking orange and red color, because again, just tying in with the kitchen. And just putting in some red doors, which is quite nice. And those are basically just some bathrooms because I didn't know where else to put them. Very simply said. And using these, I don't know, really strange carpets, which are really nice. I don't know how to explain them other than being really strange, but I do like them for like a kids area. I'm not sure if I would use it in like a living room, a normal living room, but we'll see. We'll see. And here, just using different kind of color tiles just to make things more interesting and all that. We end up changing the middle bathroom to one for toddlers. Putting in bathtubs because I think you need to bathe your toddlers. I'm not sure about that, but I think so. So, you know, I figured we should put in some bathtubs in case something goes wrong with the toddlers. Just changing out some stuff here. We have probably too many seats, but it was cute. I wasn't too sure what else to put in the kitchen except for a microwave and some fake food. I didn't want to put in cookies or anything. You never know how parents are about their kids being fed cookies and candy while they're at daycare, so, you know, fruit instead. It will do. And then this is kind of the main play area, I suppose, except for the outside. I wasn't sure what to do, and then I remembered this pattern with all the dots, which is kind of cute, and I combined that with the blue gradient, and it just looked really nice. And then here I put in a lot more of these kind of house-shaped bookshelves, and putting them next to each other really made me think it was just a row of houses, and I figured I'd go with that and just make it look that way, and putting in some of the clouds again and using the light, which is, I think from the new pack, the fancy pack. I cannot remember the name of it, but putting that in, it looked like the sun. I thought it was cute. And putting in this really cute thingy, carpet-like thingy, wall, floor decoration from the City Living pack, and just putting a carpet underneath it to make it look like it's one proper carpet instead of whatever else it's supposed to be. Putting in one of these playthings for the kids, and I think I put a light next to it, but apparently not yet. I kind of wanted to use this, wow, I keep changing what I'm doing. I don't think I had an easy time building, but I wanted to put this dollhouse in between with the other houses, but it wasn't working. It wasn't working. So I ended up going with this castle one instead here on the side, and I put some curtains around this one. I remember doing this with like a bed, I think, for like a girl's room, and it was so cute that I thought it would work here too, and it did. I'll put some more decorations and detail in there, and it works a lot better. But yeah, it worked pretty well. Putting in some drawing thingies as well, putting in some random toys on the ground, and one of the void critter battle stations, I think that's what they're called, something like that at least. And just some seats in case your kids want to sit, or I think your toddlers can curl up on a comfy seat and go to sleep, which, I mean, they're not supposed to do. There's a napping area upstairs, but you know, there's not much you can do about kids going to sleep when they want to. Putting in some more decorations over there. I think I'll just put in some shelves because they look really cute. It gives a bit of detail, which is nice. And then over here we put in some more shelves and things, kind of as an entrance area. That's where you hang your coat or something. Again, just putting in lots of decorations and toys on the ground, and I assume that's what most daycare centers look like. No matter how hard you try to keep things clean, it doesn't work. I put in this light from the kids' stuff pack, but it didn't light up much, so I put a spotlight in the same place so that it's not too obvious that there's a spotlight, I suppose, but it's still there secretly. And I think this is the point at which I realized I need some windows in there, but I don't know. You'll see me in a little while. I'll put in some windows in the main area, in like the main play area, because we needed some windows. It was weird without it having any windows. And then we have a kind of a theater area, I suppose. I forgot what the things are called, so there you go, theater area. It should be fun. I'm putting in a plant in the corner because we needed a plant over there. Yeah, here you see me putting in the windows. It needed some windows. Putting the paintings in between them, and it worked, I think. I'm just putting in a decoration here next to the, I guess, coat area. I felt like I had to put something else on top of there, but I wasn't sure what. I think I ended up going with those kind of flower lights, which are really cute. And it worked for this build. Putting in a curtain over this really big window. I think that's really the only window that has a curtain, but oh well. Putting in some lights in this area as well because it was a bit dark. Going with this bright pink one from the newest stuff pack. If you watch this when it comes out, at least if you watch this in the future, it's probably not the newest stuff pack, but since I cannot remember the name of it, that will have to do. Then I figured, you know what, if this is kind of the area where they hang a coat, maybe they also take off their shoes, so there should be a seating area, which wasn't working. And then I remembered these curved fake kind of bookshelf thingies, and I thought, oh, I can put those in. And then I realized, wait, maybe I can put a seat in between them. Yeah, I was all over the place with this build. I ended up putting 2 simple white couches in between them. Maybe I should have put in some more color with them, but at the same time they're on top of this really colorful carpet and it just worked. So maybe the white was okay. Again, changing this carpet underneath to the other one that we used upstairs as well, but a different color. I'm putting in another one of those circle carpets to just make everything fit together. And then up here I initially wanted to make kind of the potty area, and I was like, this isn't gonna work. So you see me looking around and I wasn't sure where to put it, and I was like, okay, I'll come back to it in a little while. What else can I do with this upstairs area? And I realized, let's make it kind of a homework area. So, you know, this place isn't just for toddlers, also for kids, so I assumed that maybe, you know, the kids go here after school and they have to do their homework still, so we make a homework area so they're not distracted by all the toys and the toddlers running around and crying and whatever it is that toddlers do. I haven't played with toddlers, so I have no idea what they do in The Sims, but in real life they'd probably be really distracting if you want to do your homework. Or at least if you have to do your homework. I don't think many people want to do their homework. So I figured, you know, a special homework area up here would be quite nice. I put in some PCs because even though I don't think they need them in The Sims, like in real life, you'd probably, by now, kids doing their homework, they'd need a PC at some point. So I figured, let's just, you know, I guess some realism in there and put in some PCs because I needed something to put in there, really. Put in this big bunny wall decoration because it's cute. Put in the science station because, again, you never know what your kids have to do for homework, I suppose. I mean, you do in The Sims, but again, just going with some kind of, not quite realism, but something fun. And then I wanted to put something in between the PCs, I suppose, and I put in these fake bookshelves again, and put them in some different colors, and it's fun, I think. It gives something there. I wanted to put some decorations on them, but I wasn't really feeling it. You've seen it going around, putting in the potties and a bin. I don't know if that's the way it still works, but that I remember that's the way it always used to work, that you had to, you know, after your toddlers had used the potty, you need to throw stuff in the bin. I'm guessing that's still the case, so a bin in there as well. And then landscaping, because I still had to do landscaping. I think that's the last thing we do, really. It made the build on the outside look a little bit better. I still wasn't too happy with it, but, you know, the inside's good. The outside's okay, and it's not horrible. The landscaping helped. But it's an interesting build, I suppose. Putting in some more terrain paint. I didn't go around putting in rocks because you don't want your kids to hurt yourself and fall on a rock, or have a bully throw rocks at them, or something like that. So some screenshots, not much to say about them. Yeah, but that's it. So as always, if you want to download this, there will be a download link in the description. Let me know what you want to see me build next, and I will talk to you next time. Bye, guys.